Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS. Today I'm going to be throwing myself into the deep end because that's the kind of psychopath I am, I guess. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to another show. What is this, episode 56, I do believe? Wow, we are chugging through the shows, aren't we? Who would have thought? 3 months ago, I would be sitting here at 56 episode. That's pretty cool. So welcome to the chat, those who are here live. I can see as I look through my magic mirror on Romper Room today, I can see Langston Reese, Healing Heart, Tom Rochelle, Russ, anyone else? There was a scroll down. Scott, good to see you all. I hope everything is going cool bananas. Bubba, how are you, my friend? Glad to have you along too as one of my admins. I hope you're all doing really well. Not dwelling on things today, but another very, very tough day yesterday. But we move on. So I had a look at the apps today. There's nothing like free or anything cheap or anything like that to sit here and worry about. Avenue Music Studio, welcome to you as well. Mobile Metal, good to see you too. We are looking at Cubasis today, and let's jump straight in and see what we're going to do. So Cubasis 3 is what we're looking at. So scroll through my apps here. Let's open this sucker up straight away and get into it. Go full screen, thank you. And I have my cam operating today too, just so you can see. I've got my keyboard out here. And we've got my drums over there, because we're looking at inter-app audio and all that jazz and how easy it is to connect these things to Cubasis. So I guess let's start with that. So we'll go back to our main screen. Now I've started a new project here. P. Johns, welcome also. Welcome to the show as I have my morning coffee. I woke up late today and missed Pete's premiere, which is really rare for me. But I did an almost 2-hour show on GBU live last night with Ron Ward and Brian Bigler, and that was heaps of fun as well. Man, I love coffee. So here we are. We're in Cubasis. I've opened up a brand new project called AUV3, and we're going to straight away add a new track. Now, as we talked about yesterday, pretty easy to do. Just scroll on over with your mouse or with your finger, whatever you're using to point and touch with, and click a new track. And we are going to add a Midi track. And the same as yesterday, a piano track will appear here to have a look at your keys. There you go. And you can have a look at, as we discussed yesterday, by clicking on this little piano icon, you can see that you are sitting in a piano and you can choose your items from here. So this is just the basic tracks that are the basic instruments. And if I flick over to my camera, so we have our keyboard straight away working without doing anything. All good. So that just automatically works. How good is that? Didn't even really do anything. It's just plugged in to my USB hub, which is plugged into my Steinberg UR22, and she's working beautifully. Oh, I've just noticed my little drum module has tipped over. Let me just fix that. Maybe tipped over, that'll do. So if I flick over to drums now, let's do this. Let's just, before I jump into the AUV3, I'm going to click on drums. As you can see, the drums work on the keyboard as well. But we want to test my drum kit and look it's already working. So I'll just spin the camera around a little bit. We'll lift it up so you can at least see some symbols. Got some sticks here. It's early in the morning, so forgive me for my lax playing. All good. Drums work straight off the bat without really doing anything. I've just opened Cubasis and it's all working nice. So I can do keyboard. I could even play double-handed here. And how's that? I'm a multi-instrumentalist. Bizarre. So let's flick back to my main screen, and we want to start looking at some inter-app audio and some AUV3 plugins, because how the hell do they bloody work in this program? So let's go to what we want to do is, I don't know what we want to do. So there's our mixer. So we're back to our mixer here and our screen. So I'm just going to close the mixer for a moment. And I'm assuming, because I haven't done this before, we're going to run down these little panels here, and I'm guessing we want, how do we do it? Is it MIDI effects? I don't even know. Oh, it's routing, isn't it? See, I watched Pete's videos. No, I've watched Pete's videos, and I didn't even pay attention to remember for this particular show. That's really slack. So I'm just going through all the stuff here. How do we do it? How do we add an AUV3 plugin? Who knows? I think I know. So if I click on here, no, that's not it. I don't want to rename my, stop using my mouse for a second. Where are we? This is good fun. So we want to look at instruments, I'm assuming, and oops, there we go. And that's not working either. I don't know. Can you add them? Oh, you have to be using a audio track. Is that correct? I think that is. So let's add another track. I think that's right. Who knows? We are going through. We're going to find out eventually. No, that's not right, because you have to use. See, and here's the thing. I'm stumbling around here because it feels like the interface has changed for me. So I'm going to click on here and there, and what I need is so that's for my wheels, it's my keys, and I really should be able to figure out, is it in media? It is too. There you go. I forgot all about that. So I thought it was, I actually assumed it would be in this section, but you're right. It's in instruments, or I'm guessing. So here are our instruments, and there we go. So I just had to skip back one. So there you go. So let's do that again. So there we are in instruments. Now, can you do it through MIDI? No. So that's just importing MIDI files. So here are audio units and inter-app. So if I click on audio units, I've got to double click. I've got to remember that for using my mouse. And here are all the things. All the things. Yeah, look at that. This is familiar to me. All the things that I have in my on my iPad. And I have quite a few. Look at these. So I've got quite a few sitting in there. So first let's do some drums, because we've got EG Pulse here, and it's something that I use. So I'm double clicking, and here we are with EG Pulse. Now I'm guessing we can move to pads. Cool. I'm on it now. So now the drums should work as well, just to make sure. Make sure my hat pedal's working. Cool. Sweet. How good's that? So straight off the bat, and you can see the interface is nice and clear as well. Now, can we make the I guess if we pull away, so that what I did there was I removed the pads. Back to full screen. I actually clicked off the pads up the top here, just to show you. So there's a pad. So if you get rid of them, then you should be able to drag this up to make it larger so you can see what you're doing. Can you make it full screen though? I can't see a way to make it full screen. Because it's full screen there. Well, kind of. Ah, you can scroll. Look at that. Well, there you go. So I wonder if you can scroll without. Yes. There we go. Learning as we go. I love it. So you can scroll up. I would have thought, oh, there's full screen. So here we go. So this would be full screen, I suggest. There we go. So nice and easy. We can go to full screen. Cool bananas. See, it's not too hard, folks. Like, you know, you can say whatever, how long I've been working in studios or working with apps or whatever, but it's okay to fart around, make mistakes, be blind, because you will find out. And there is always the help section, which I know, every time I talk about it, I have people say, friends, anything, whenever I say, did you have a look at the FAQ? Did you look at the help? And they go, why would I do that? It should just work. It should be easy. But remember, this is always there for you to look up and refer to. And it's pretty in-depth too. Like it's not as, in-depth and as cool as how Aurea Pro is, but I'll be honest, if you read the Aurea Pro instructions, the PDF that comes with it, it's like a novel. It's over 100 and something pages. It's pretty deep. But this is more like an FAQ kind of help thing. So there's question answers, which is pretty cool. I won't go too much into that, but it's there. So let's have a look. Now that I've found where the AUV3 section is, I'm thinking if I click up here, it opens it up. Cool. So that's really good. So now I know that once I've actually selected one, I can just click up there to bring this back, and the pads are up here. So I can add both. Cool. Pads and there. So there you go. There's how to view your AUV3 stuff. And we go to media and instruments, and there we are. So we're able to now go back. Let's see what else we can bring in. Digisticks as well. So let's try Digisticks, and look how nice and fast that loads. So now I've got Digisticks in here with whatever was set up. Is it working? I don't know what kit I've got set up, so let's load my user kit. Oh, there's one. I don't know why it's not loading actually, my user kit, which I have saved many times. Wow, there's a whole lot of snares. We don't want that. What have we got? So here's an acoustic kit. But my drum kit isn't working because I haven't assigned anything, so we'll skip that one. That's the one thing. So normally when I open up Digisticks in by itself or in anything else, it's normally been able to load everything with my Midis hooked up or my Midis assigned, but for some reason this hasn't. So we'll skip past that now. What else can we find in here? We have... Cool. I wonder how iSymphonic works. Let's load up iSymphonic. I've got to get used to this double tapping as well. So that's really interesting. Double clicking every folder on here. That's new for me. So I think Pete was discussing in his video on Aurea Pro how it's very much a desktop app. It works like a desktop app. I find it quite interesting that Cubasis doesn't look like a desktop app. It's very much built to be around the UI of a touch device, but double clicking on folders like a, yeah, that's really odd. And I'm double touching as well with my finger, as well as double clicking with the mouse. Very interesting choice of method. So once again, I've chosen iSymphonic here, and bang, just works. So you can choose your instruments through here, and I've got nearly every pack unlocked on here. So we've got a trumpet. What else have we got? Let's scroll through my list of stuff. There's too many. Classic Orchestra 2, one of my go-tos. Cool, that works really well. No complaints there. And even if I want to hit my drum kit, I thought that would work. It's not a sign. Damn. What else do we have here? So we've got a movie orchestra. What do we have? Oh, so there are some even lower strings than that. Tom Rochelle, who just said in the chat, deep bass on those. How are these low strings? Did I choose low strings? Yeah. Cool. It seems to work very easily. Interrupt audio. Now, you know, we could, let's see if we do this. I just want to test and see how much this could possibly crash. I don't want to do help. So what if I choose iSymphonic, and what if I duplicate this track and duplicate it again and duplicate it again, duplicate it again. And let's do some recording quickly. Let's hit record. Stop. Let's go over here to the next track and we'll record again. Oops. Can I get this thing to crash? It's not crashing. Next track. Okay, so we're up to what, the 5th track? Okay, so compared to something like GarageBand, I'm going to shoot straight here because you know I love GarageBand and all that jazz, but we do know if any of you have used iSymphonic and created multiple tracks, there's problems. We get that horrible screen come up. The audio units has crashed. Would you like to restart? And you know it's something that Apple haven't fixed. I don't know how the fuck that they have got to this point where they still can't fix that. I mean, it's Apple, for God's sake. It's their device, their music platform. And Interrupt Audio is apparently, AUV3 audio units is apparently their standard, but it still doesn't fucking work on GarageBand. But there you go. 5 tracks, just me diddling around, smashing the keys and being quite aggressive, and it hasn't crashed. That's very impressive. It's a good test and I'm glad I did it. So let's remove these tracks now. And let's delete them, because we don't, how easy is it to delete these things? There we go, delete. Delete, delete, delete. I sound like Matt Hardy from WWE. Delete, delete. And can we erase this? Done. Okay, so let's have a look at some. Let's see. What do we want to look at next? So that's why I wanted to look at that. That's an app that takes a lot of heavy lifting, iSymphonic. So, it passed this sniff test there. We'll just double click on audio units. Anything else here I wanted to possibly look at? Heavy brass is another one that is quite intensive. Ravenscroft is as well. So let's boot up Ravenscroft. Assign different patches, then I'll believe. I believe the patches are the future. Treat them well, let them lead the way. What did I do there? I actually added the wrong one. I keep going to my mouse for my laptop instead of using my magic keyboard. I don't know why I keep doing that today. So audio units, and what did I want? I actually wanted Ravenscroft. Let's see how this goes. Oh, there's a bit of weird noise there. Wonder what that is. It's like it's not coming through properly. Let's see. Wonder why that is. Let's go to... Again, I keep going to my mouse. Let's find out what that's all about. So there's the plugin. I actually don't know why that is. We'll try a different sound. Interesting. What I might try and do is, let's try this. Just for fun, we'll delete that track and we'll start a new MIDI track and see if that solves anything. And if it doesn't, I'll have to look into it and then get back to you on the next show, because I'm running out of time. All right, so audio units, and we want Ravenscroft. Any particular reason why Ravenscroft is doing that? Still doing it. Seems like it's that noise sounds like it's got something to do with the frequency of. Yeah, so I'll have a look into this, and we'll talk about it on the next episode, because I don't have time to troubleshoot. That's not what this show is about. So let's go back to here and we'll try some actual inter-app audio to see how that works. So here's our inter-app audio list. What have we got here? So we've got an accordion. Let's just try that to start off with. And there's my accordion. And I don't have any sound. Cool. Do I need to do this in a... I think I need to do this in a audio track. Would that be right? I actually don't know, because it's not MIDI. I have no idea if that is correct or not. But I'm not getting any sound through the accordion. I really should have had a look at this beforehand. So we'll try track 2. I don't know if this is the case. Into app audio. Let's try something like Synthmaster 1. And where are we? No, so that I'm doing the wrong thing there, clearly. So let's scoot back over to, I'm going to delete this track. Good times. what I will do is I'll try something like let's try drum session, see how that goes. Wow. Now it's saying Steinberg's. Look at this. So if for some reason, yeah, let's just kill that. Let's just kill that. There you go. So maybe choosing the accordion was the wrong one to choose for this. That's pretty cool. That's exciting stuff there. I love this. This live. The struggle is real, folks. The struggle is real. Okay, so I've just added. It looks like so drum session's actually working. It looks like. Let's have a look. Will it let me, or have I added EG pulse? Or has this whole thing? Look, it's crashed. I've managed to crash it. Hey, I've got some drums here, so I can put the sound back up. Cool, so we got drums back, and my drum kit's working now, so now we should be able to go back here and to pads, but the pads aren't working over here. Let's close this. Now it could be, let's see if I hit record, what happens? So it's recording drums, but is it recording them as actual, is it recording them as an AUV3 or is it recording them as inter-app audio? Which, that's the thing. I think that's the confusion here. So I'm going to have a look myself at inter-app audio and do a follow-up next week. Because, you know, this was what I wanted to do, was throw myself in the deep end, because that's clearly recorded as Midi. And from my experience, when you're recording AUV, when you're recording inter-app audio, it records it as a WAV file. So that's what I guess is happening here, because we have the app open in the background here. God, that's drum perfect I'm running. How the hell did that even get going? So there's a few things running in the background here. This is the problem. So this is drum perfect that's running as an AUV3, it looks like. So anyway, has this been educational for you? I reckon not. I reckon also, let's hit play. Good. No sound. No sound. Interesting. So nothing's muted or anything like that. So I think that is something I need to look at. And I'm glad that I've made such a kerfuffle of today's episode, because I always say making mistakes make you better. Okay? Definitely something that I needed to go through for me to actually be more serious to have a look at this. So what I think we'll do next week is start next week with I'll come up with a name for it over the weekend. This will be the reimagining of this show, with me getting to spend a bit more time with it and come back and correct all these errors and take a look and go through all the things that I went wrong here, and we'll see how to fix those in Monday's episode. It's a really good way to troubleshoot. And then after that, we will spend the next 3 days next week actually recording something using this. So using these AUV3 plugins, using the instruments, plus just recording standard guitar and vocals into this, because I'm going to record a song using this app. So there you go. let's shut it down because it's done my head in. And, you know, the one good thing that we can take away from here is that we know AUV3 plugins work really well in here. As soon as I went to inter-app audio, we had a little bit of an issue, but that's something I need to work out. That's not really, I don't think it's a problem with the actual app. So let's be completely fair before anybody makes a judgment, including myself. But being able to actually just have at least 5 tracks of iSymphonic without no problems, that's fucking impressive to me. Really mind-blowing. Love that. So, what are we doing tomorrow? Let's just cover that quickly. We've got Jacob Hack on the show. And you know what? Let's ask him about it tomorrow. I think it's a perfect opportunity to ask the expert. I'm so excited that during this week of looking at Cubasis, I've got Jacob on the show because the dude is an absolute guru. I'm super excited to pick his brain about his music, his processes, the apps that he uses. And I think it's going to be really, really exciting. So I hope you can all join me for that tomorrow at the same time, same bat channel. And I hope you all have a really fantastic day. And I actually do want to close out the show with something very dear to me today. So yesterday was a massive day for me. My friend Terry passed away yesterday. And well, he didn't pass away yesterday, but he was buried yesterday. And I want to dedicate this show full of mistakes to him. Because he was a super awesome dude. And unfortunately, folks, I had to experience yesterday a funeral via the internet due to Melbourne's stage 4 lockdown restrictions. We're only allowed to have 10 people at a funeral here in Melbourne. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced in my life, saying goodbye to a really, really dear friend over the internet and with no one around you, sitting in your bed, just like... It was fucked up, man. It was fucked up. Not being able to be there with his family and being able to support them. So I guess another reason I want to bring him up here is that if you see somebody online who's struggling with anything, seem to be down or anything like that, reach out and tell them, let them know that you love them. Let people know that you're around, you're paying attention to them. Because you don't know when things are going to change, really. And just the current state and climate of the world. So this one's for you, Tezza, man. And going to miss those eyes. So, all right, folks, you have a really good day. I'm going to head out for my walk now and clear my mind and get ready for my interview with Jacob tomorrow. I'm super excited. And we'll reconvene with AUV3 and mostly inter-app audio on Monday. I'm also going to be doing a show on Sunday, doing a live performance before Pete's happy hour. So if you'd like to join me there, we're going to kick away the blues this week with some comedy instead of music. So if you're in the mood for a laugh on Sunday, come and join me Saturday for people around the rest of the world. And until then, folks, take care of yourself, take care of each other, be good to yourself, and keep doing the things that make you happy. And thank you very much for everybody in the chat who has sent well wishes for losing my friend Terry. Very kind of you. Thank you all again for your support. And everybody, like, share, subscribe. I know there are people out there who haven't subscribed, so do so now. But I will see you tomorrow with Jacob. Have a great day, everybody. Adios, amigos.